Hi guys! So today we're going to be drawing some dragons from one of my favorite games, Dragon City Mobile. They just recently had an update where they've added a mythical rarity to the game. So I thought it would be fun to draw a dragon from each of the old rarities. I hope you have as much fun watching this video as I had drawing these. First up, we have the common sea dragon. This one's a classic. I really wanted to do it because it's super cute, and I actually considered doing its old design, but I mean, look at it. It's fabulous, so I had to do the newer one. Though I usually draw furry critters, I absolutely love aquatic ones, and I hope to draw a lot more in the future. At first, I wasn't sure how much I wanted to style it, but then I did end up rounding off some of the spikier parts, and I think it turned out well. I also noticed I ended up doing a lot of bluish characters. I did not do that on purpose, and my favorite color is actually green. It's just I happen to like these designs best, and it's funny that a lot of them were the same color. Tried to give each of them something based on their description. The sea dragon's description is that she is very fun and playful and loves water sports. So I gave her a little beach ball. She turned out so adorable. I loved drawing her shiny skin and just using these bright, fun blues. Next up is the rare flame night dragon. This guy is cool for just so many reasons. I mean, he's a knight, he's a dragon, fire, what more do you need? I was having a hard time with the helmet and the angle, and I still am not positive that I got it right. I tried my best. I really need to do more perspective drawing. I was struggling with this pose a lot because of his odd proportions and chubby features. This was a pose for somebody who was, I think, more lanky, and he's not it. So it was very hard to get his body to contort in the right way. I did originally want to keep his really big fists because he looks like he could punch down walls with those, but the main focus was his sword, and I didn't think that his big hands looked right, so I made him smaller. In the end, I think it still turned out really good. I'm just kind of sad I had to drop that detail. What is your favorite element for a character to have? I love earth characters, but fire characters are really cool too. This dragon took me the longest to draw out of all of them, but he was also the most fun to draw. Yeah, I might have to try drawing this style of art more often. I really enjoyed this. Oh boy, here come the colors! But if you think these are cool, just wait for the lighting. If you have not tried drawing a background like this for a character, I think you should. It's fun, simple, and helps your character pop instead of just being against a white background, or having to draw an entire huge background. Although difficult, the shading was super fun. Like, wow. Doing intense shading is just the coolest way to make a character look cool. I also tried out a tool that I usually don't use for this, and that was the blur tool to help smooth out the shading, so that was fun. And this is how he turned out. I am super proud of this one. The friendship dragon is usually the first very rare dragon that you get in the game. Why did that take so long to say? Literally, it was twisting my tongue so much. Anyway. This is the only dragon I did not use a reference for. I knew instantly what I wanted their pose to be because he has this little friend on his tail, and the description is that his little buddy has always been by his side and never let go, so this just seemed perfect. I also find the yellow guy quite relatable, as I also feel that I attach to my friends and never let them go, because as soon as you become my friend, well, now, yeah, you're stuck with me, so deal with it. Also, I'm sorry if some of this audio sounds different than the other audio. I was sick for part of this recording, well, a lot of these recordings, so yeah, my voice might sound a little different. I really love the contrasting red eye to the rest of the blue colors. Well, blue-green. I really should work with more color palettes like this. I really do love these colors together, and I would like to draw some things that have more limited colors, because I usually use like the entire rainbow. I should really try using a few less colors. I think it'd be a fun challenge. Maybe for a video? Who knows? Well, you guys, let me know in the comments if that's something you'd want to see. I gave them a simple background, but I think their awesome friendship doesn't need anything more special. These guys were so adorable to begin with, but I think I added even more adorableness, if that's a thing. For the epic, we're doing the Desmook Dragon. This guy has got to be one of my favorite designs ever. He's fluffy and feathery, and I love him so much. I named mine Hedwig from one of my favorite webtoons, but I think that webtoon named him after Harry Potter, so I guess indirectly named after the Harry Potter owl. I drew him showing off his beautiful wing for us. Wanted to give him a little sass. The Desmook Dragon's description is that they are an endangered species due to overhunting for their feathers and other things. So I drew him in a future where hopefully they are safe and sound and can live free and bold. I also never knew how hard wings are to draw till this, so props to anyone who can. You're amazing. Since the Desmook Dragon does remind me so much of an owl, I decided to change his feet, which you will see in just a little bit here. There they are. I also super duper duper love his tail. Like, it's so fluffy. Though, looks kind of like it could use a brushing, or fluffing, or preening, or whatever birds do to fix their feathers. I also tried experimenting with line thickness in this one. For some reason it kind of reminds me of a coloring page style from when I was a kid. Some of these dragons I tried to stick with the reference Pix original lighting, which I did do with the Desmook Dragon, and others I did not. Mostly because I kind of forgot about it and started just doing my own thing, which is kind of the point, because it's drawing my style. Here is my epic child! He's beautiful. For the legendary, we have the experimental dragon. Much like the Fire Knight Dragon's helmet was giving me trouble, this guy's nose / mouth face thing was giving me trouble. I think it's kind of like a horn. I don't know. It's very cool, but it was hard to draw. But if I thought that was hard to draw, the shell and the spikes in the shell was much harder. Also, I was very tempted to play Mario music while I was making this because he kind of makes me think of like a Koopa or Bowser. Do you think this guy would have fit in with the Mario universe? If so, what would be his role? As I previously mentioned, green is my favorite color, so I did want to fit in a green character. And his green is like a muted camo green, but it's still green, so I call this a win. The Flame Knight Dragon took me the longest to draw, and this guy took me the shortest, as you can probably tell. I went with a more simple style, because again, I was kind of running out of time to get this video made, and I felt like it, so sue me. I ended up putting some test tubes in the background and realized they were going to be completely hidden, so then I kind of moved them and then changed the shape of the squiggle, and this is how he turned out. Very cute. It's finally time for the grand finale, the heroic high-tech dragon. And I just feel like I have to explain this right off the bat. He is doing a handstand, and he has wings and a lot of other complicated parts, so it may be hard to tell what's going on. But I hope the drawing process helps you understand a little bit what his body is doing. Because a lot of people who saw this were like, what's even happening? What is this? And I do admit I probably should have picked a different pose, but at the same time, this looks really cool. So yeah, let me know how you guys would have done this differently to help it make more sense. I think maybe I could have used the shading in my favor to help separate some of the parts. And like many of these, I did change a tiny detail with his design, and that is right by his ear. Instead of putting like a regular bolt, I decided to put like a little cool skull thing. I just thought it was neat. Also with his handstand pose, the idea is that he's kind of, I guess, mid cool ninja move. And I just got an interesting idea. Do you think I should draw my own dragon designs? Because this was so much fun. I really love drawing all of these, and I realized how fun it is to draw dragons. And now I feel like I need a couple of my own dragon OCs. Is this why y'all drew dragons when you were kids? I think I get it now. Woo! Boom, baby! Here he is, in all his badass robot glory. Background images are from Pexels. The music is from Upbeat. And the rough images I got from Pinterest. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day.